What's happening, guys? Crazy March Kid here, and today we're going to be doing a, if you guys saw my last video, this is a follow-up to that video, basically. It was a reaction of the new King Kong ride in, Universal, and it is called, Skull Island Reign of Kong, which is a, basically a ride, you know, where you go through Skull Island and you're basically encountering all of the mysteries and monsters that live on the island, and I guess at the end you come against, or you're face to face against King Kong, which it's funny because back in I think it was like 1999 or 19, it was back in the 90s, they did a ride, it was King Kong. It's basically a King Kong ride, except you were on a tram. And most of you guys, if you were 90s kids and you went to Universal Studios, or MGM as they called it, you know what the ride is. You were in New York, you were on a subway train, and you were basically encountering King Kong's rampage through the New York City streets. And they had an animatronic monkey, basically, an animatronic ape that looked that was, you know, King Kong life-size, you know, and it was an animatronic machine. But this, and I watched the video, and that video, the last video they did it, like, when I reacted to it, it was an animatronic ape. So they're going back to their roots and they're doing the whole animatronic thing, which is which I'm loving, and I'm so glad it's not a movie. And I know that Hollywood Studios in California, they have that one ride, and it's basically a movie, like a 3D movie, where it's, you know, rocking you through the jungles and stuff. And I'm hoping this ride, this new attraction that's coming out this year, sometime in the summer, isn't like that. I hope it's something different, and I'm guessing most of it might be animatronic, I'm not too sure. But I'm just going to touch on three things, or things that about basically the outside of the ride, basically, is what I'm gonna be pointing on. But enough about the ride. So let's get into the details of this attraction. So I've got 3 different pictures that are up, and they're different pictures. I'm not gonna point at them, but they're, you know, you can see what they are. But the first picture I'm gonna talk about is this the entry, or the entryway, basically. This is the what do you call it? The line up, you know, where you go inside the line, you know, where where you know, you have to wait or whatever, and it tells you what the wait times are and stuff like that. But look at the detail on King Kong. Like, it's a rock sculpture, but it's so, like, the thing that got me was the eyes. Like, I know it's a rock sculpture, but it looks exactly like he's looking at you. And there's no mouth. Like, there's a mouth, like the mouth is the opening where you walk through it, but like there's no, like, the bottom. There's no bottom. So, but the teeth, like his front teeth, that's just menacing, man. That's creepy. That's crazy. And it says wait time. It doesn't have anything on it so far, but when this ride comes out, I'm sure it'll be like a main attraction for them, because this thing it'll be off the chain. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait this long for this thing to come out. So anyway, but moving on. That I thought that was a cool rock sculpture of King Kong's face and everything. But moving on, and there it is, you can see it again in this next picture, which I can't really zoom in, but if you can see, it says on the side where it says Skull Island Reign of Kong, and it's got the skulls on it, and, you know, basically, it's funny, because this kind of looks like the, and this is, the, 2008 King Kong, like, you know, the Peter Jackson's King Kong, whenever, they did that one. So, that's kind of the King Kong version that they're going with, which is understandable, because there's not very many to go off of. It was that one, or the one back in like the 80s, you know, the black and white one. At least I'm thinking it was the 80s. It was either 80s or 70s. I'm not quite sure, guys, but I mean, if y'all know, leave a comment below. But yeah, it's basically they're recreating the 2008 King Kong version of this. So, but it looks amazing, like the detail work and everything, and they're just, it's so awesome. And you can kind of see, like what I was talking about with the entryway and King Kong's face on the left side right there, and it's just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing detailed work. And this right here, this is what, in this last picture, is what we like to call the mess tent. Basically, it's like where you can get your, like, you know, your popcorn, your Cheetos, your pretzels, your chips, your, you know, refreshments, all that stuff. Basically like a snack stand, you know, because they have that throughout the parks and stuff. So it looks, you know, sort of like, you know, like a campy, you know, set up shop sort of thing, you know, like an outdoors camp out thing whenever you're, you know, going to cook out, you know, or something, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about though. So, but it looks amazing. So, I mean, there's nothing there yet, but I think they have this mess tent thing, they have that set up. So, and I think they've been doing, testing out the ride vehicles, which the ride vehicles are sort of like big Jeeps or whatever. It's kind of reminiscent to the Kilimanjaro Safari, if you guys have ever been to Animal Kingdom. It's kind of like those ride vehicles, except I think they're a little bit smaller. I'm not too sure. I'd have to watch the video again, but I think it's, I think they're pretty small. But I'm excited for this, guys. Like, I've never, like, and this is, I don't know, I'm in awe and in shock because I thought this ride was going to be kind of lame, you know, like I mean, the 3D rides at Universal, don't get me wrong, and they're cool, but like, I've never seen anything where they put in like an animatronic inside a 3D ride, except for the time when I went to, they did that on the, actually I take that back. They did that on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And you got to basically ride around with Harry Potter, and then there's that big dragon or whatever. I'm not much of a Harry Potter fan, so I don't know very much about it, but there is 3D mixed in with the animatronics, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. I'm so glad they went that route. But yeah, but other than that, guys, that's all. I think the detailed work on that is going to be amazing. Like, I think the ride's going to be awesome, and I think the attraction itself is going to be a hit. And it's gonna live up to everything that they're building. So, yeah, can't wait to go there and show you guys my reaction of the ride if I ever go back again, which I'm pretty sure I will. But anyway, that's all I have for now, guys. So stay tuned. There will be more videos to come. Crazy March Kid, I bid you all a very good day.